Hello, this is Manish Patel from the EII Capital Group. Today is August 14, 2011. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the futures group. We cover everything from commodity futures to metals to natural gas and so forth. We typically take off this month for August, but due to all this volatility that's happened, we're going to go ahead and post a video this week. But we typically take off due to all the volatility that occurs in August and all the huge swings that happen. Anyways, normal disclaimer, this is for education use only. All charts that you see are from Thinkorswim, TradeStation, or freestockcharts.com. Okay, here are my contact details. You could follow us at ichimokutrade.com, access some of our free videos there, or you could come to any Twitter at Ichimoku Trading. Okay, let's begin by looking at our weekly charts over here to your left, and then the daily charts over here to your right. If you look at it, this is basically, and we'll just make sure these charts look almost the same, weekly, and that's daily. And we're just going to cycle through the futures as we normally do. If you look at cocoa futures, basically it's consolidating right now. However, if you look here, around 28.50 is a major support level, and then 33, probably about 3033 is a major resistance level is 30133, and the major support level is 28.50. If it breaks 28.50, this is going to start a bearish trend to retest lows at 2600. So start looking for that more so than the bullish side. But basically right now it's just consolidating until it breaks those levels, and we're right close to the bottom of the support level at the bottom. Light crude sweet oil, if you look at it basically here, in the weeklies, you could see it basically we're in a cloud here, so we're consolidating. However, if you look at the movement that's going on right here, this has been a major trend up. We kind of came almost 100% retracement there, but if you look at it, we are more tilted more towards the bearish side now to the bullish side. And if you look here to the daily chart, you could see that basically is downward trending. Major resistance level is at 88.17, and major support levels around $75 a barrel. So those are the two levels there, but this is tilted more towards the bearish side now. And you know, if you look at it, we're pretty much in a pullback phase right now where crude oil has gone up, and we're trying to get to 88.17, which is a major resistance level there. At that point, it's going to determine exactly what's going to happen there. If it breaks 88.17, the next resistance level is going to be 95.27. So those are levels there. Cotton, if you look at cotton, let's just remove this. You can see that basically it was bullish trending for a very long time. It entered in pullback. We've kind of destroyed the pullback. It's now a trend reversal here. And you can see that here is sentiment is bearish now, and it could possibly start a trend on the weekly time frame to the downside. If you look at the daily time frame, it is a weekly trend to the downside, and we've been in that for a while. Major resistance level is going to be around 100, 105, and major support level is going to be around 95 for this particular future. Okay, U.S. dollar index, if you look at the weekly time frame, we're still bearish trending as far as the weekly is concerned. Bullish trending, the daily time frame kind of looks a little choppy because it's just going sideways. Resistance levels are going to be 77.50, and support level is going to be 73.50. But we are bearish trending to the downside. The more this consolidates and goes sideways, the more the bearish momentum is kind of coming out, and the bullish momentum is coming into play. We're going to go down. We'll come back to gold in a minute. Feeder cattle, if you look at it, here we're still bullish trending as far as the weekly is concerned. We came down to major support level, which is right here at 132.35. Held it and pretty much just bounced off there. If you look at the daily time frame, we're pretty much consolidating, so nothing really going on there. Okay. Lean hogs. This is the bullish one of all the meats out there. Remember, we've been talking about going long lean hogs, and now let's talk about the shorting on the other side. You could see from the daily time frame and the weekly time frame, this is bullish trending on both sides. So this has been the strongest of all the meat type of futures out there. And we'll talk about live hogs, pretty much going long lean hogs and shorting live hogs, or feed a cat. Sorry, shorting live cattle or shorting feeder cattle, one of the two. Copper futures. If you look at copper futures, pretty much consolidating, and just going in a sideways pattern. We're pretty much at the main support level of 3.850. Resistance level is going to be at 4.50. You can see, which is pretty much consolidating as far as the weekly is concerned. As far as the daily is concerned, sentiment is bearish right now. If we break 3.8, then we can start a bearish trend all the way down to probably about 3.6 or so, and then we'll have to see exactly what happens at that point. Heating oil, pretty much you could see it was bullish trending. Now it's just going sideways in big consolidation patterns. 3.2 is basically resistance level, and about 2.7 is basically support level as far as the weekly is concerned. If you look at the daily time frame, you just shrink this down, you can see there's nothing really going on as far as heating oil is concerned. It's just going sideways and got to make a commitment one way or another. However, it's still bullish tilted, so just be very careful there. Coffee, if you look at it on a weekly time frame here, bullish trending here, finally entered a major pullback, as you can see. It's getting to the top of the cloud, which is going to be a major support for it. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. If you look at the daily time frame, 250, 80 is basically resistance level, and 230 is basically going to be support level. So it'll be interesting to see what happens at that point. Okay. Lumber. If you look at lumber, it's just basically consolidating to the sideways. However, it's at the major support level right now. If it could break about 210, then this is going to start a bearish trend going downwards and has a possibility of breaking 200 and keep on going down. So definitely look more towards a bearish play as far as lumber is concerned for long term. Natural gas. If you look at natural gas, just consolidating as normal, as being for a very, very long time. We're getting close to the bottom of here of the consolidation pattern, which is around 3.8. The top part is basically going to be 4.234. Titanium. You could see that basically it going bullish trending up, just consolidating sideways right now. About 710 is basically support level, and 850 is basically resistance level, just going sideways, so nothing really there at all. Okay, platinum. If you look at platinum, really nothing going on. You could see the low levels here where I got alerts. 1825 is basically resistance level, and about 1660 is basically support level. This thing has just been going sideways for a very, very long time. Nothing really going on. Gasoline, if you look at gasoline, was basically bullish trending. Now it's engaging a major pullback here. Support level is going to be at 2.6000, and resistance level is going to be around $3. So if you look at that on the weekly time frame, on the daily time frame, you can see that basically right now this thing's going up, up, up. It's trying to get to 2.8810, and it's going to be a key resistance level to see exactly what happens there. If it breaks a little support level here, 2.80, then this thing can sit there and start going downwards and get over to 2.60 and break that, and possibly can go lower. So just definitely, this is probably tilted more towards the bearish side as far as the daily is concerned. Sugar. If you look at sugar on the weekly, it's just doing nothing at all. It's just going sideways completely. I definitely would sit there and put an alert at $29. If it breaks 29 and then goes above 32, this can sit there and start a bullish trend. And it's tilted more towards a bullish trend than a bearish trend, as you can see from the daily time frame. $26 is basically the support level there. Silver. We gotta go make sure we get gold. Silver, you could see it's just basically consolidating, as you can see from the daily time frame, and the weekly time frame is just going sideways too. Has not been going on a bullish momentum as gold, as we're going to talk about in just a minute. Here's gold. If you could see from the weekly time frame and daily time frame, this thing is basically bullish trending. It's gone to its minor support level here at 1728. A major support level is going to be at 1677.30, and that'll be the key to see exactly if it holds there. So we're looking at gold possibly getting down to 1677. That's kind of like the buy level there with a very tight stop, and to kind of see what happens there. If it breaks 1677, then the next level is going to be 1646 and then 1600, of course. But this thing's got to break 1600 to break its long-term trend going up, because it's moved up so drastically and so fast. 30-year Treasury notes, if you look at it, big movement up. However, they still not have started a trend at all. It's pretty much at a consolidation pattern as far as the top of the consolidation pattern as far as the weekly is concerned. And if you look here, so the bottom is here and the top is kind of roughly about right here. If you look at the daily time frame, of course, you can see that since we got to the top of the consolidation pattern on the weekly, the daily is basically bullish trending. Support level is going to be here at 132.07. That's a major support. The minor support is going to be at 135.05. Okay. Corn futures. If you look at corn, just pretty much bullish trending, just consolidating, doing nothing right now. It's at a major resistance level right now. Major support level is going to be at 1660. So it's going to be interesting to see which way this thing's going to go. But it is tilted a little more to the bullish side. But you never know what's going to happen. Soybean oils, pretty much just bullish trending, consolidating, running into the cloud. If you look at the daily time frame, it is bearish trending. It's at a minor support level right now. 55.43 is going to be a major support level, and this possibly has a scenario where this can tank, especially if it holds here. If it breaks $52, then this thing can sit there and tank and go all the way down to about 47.50, which I definitely would look for. Definitely will look for a bearish trade and bullish trade right now. If it breaks above 55.43, then I definitely would get out of the bearish trade. 10-year Treasury notes. If you look at 10-year Treasury notes, you can see that basically it has broken this major resistance, unlike the 30-year Treasury notes. So this is a lot stronger than the 30-year, and you can see it's basically starting a bullish trend as far as the weekly and the daily is concerned. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Major support level is going to be 126.117. Okay. Oats, if you look at it, it's just going sideways, nothing really going on at all. 320 is basically support level there, and 370 is basically resistance level to the top side. Soybean oil futures, pretty much same thing as soybean oil, so we're not going to cover it here. It's at a major resistance level right now, but it's got to break 1280 to pretty much go to the downside. Wheat, if you look at wheat, it's just doing nothing at all, just consolidating right now. 1720 is basically major resistance level, and 1640 is basically the major support level. That's it for this week. I hope you have any. If you have any questions, please email us. See you next week.